Hello, today I will be talking about a functional group test for a nitrogen-based compound. The purpose of this experiment is to identify if the unknown compound is a nitrogen compound. It can be one of the nitroso, azoxy, or azo functional groups. For the first step, we have to reduce the unknown compound to hydroxylamine by zinc and ammonium chloride. This step breaks or alters the nitrogen bonds, converting the compounds into simpler, reduced forms that are more reactive. Now for the procedure, in a beaker, add 4 milliliters of 50% ethanol. Then dissolve 0.2 milliliters or 0.2 grams of your unknown in the ethanol. When dissolved, add 0.2 grams of ammonium chloride and 0.2 grams of zinc dust. Shake the solution, then put the beaker on a heating mantle and heat it till boiling. After it is boiled, let it cool for 5 minutes, and after it is cooled, it is time to filter the solution. To filter, get an Erlenmeyer flask and put a funnel in it. Grab a filter paper and fold to fit in the funnel. After we are done preparing the setup, grab the beaker and pour the solution onto the filter paper. After filtration, discard the filter paper and keep the filtrate. Now that we have the filtrate, which contains the unknown reduced hydroxylamine, we can perform the tolerance reagent test. Step 2 is to use the tolerance reagent to oxidize the reduced hydroxylamine from the unknown compound. By showing that these reduced compounds are further oxidized by tolerance reagents, we confirm the presence of specific nitrogen-based groups, which are nitroso, azo, and azoxy. The reason we use this method to identify these specific nitrogen-based groups is because these compounds react differently compared to other nitrogen-containing compounds or organic groups. Hence, we can identify them based on their selective chemical reactivity. For the procedure, we use two controls, one negative and one positive. For the positive control, we test a nitrobenzene or 3-nitroaniline, which gives us a silver color. For the negative, we test ethanol, which results in a colorless solution. For our unknown, add a few drops of the filtrate in the tolerance reagent. It turns silver and we get a positive test for the nitroso, azo, and azoxy groups. Now that we have tested the unknown, it is time to clean up safely. Start by transferring the solution that contains the silver into a beaker or another flask. To dissolve the silver, add a few drops of 5% nitric acid into the flask. This will break down the silver into a soluble form. Add nitric acid until the solution becomes acidic. Test the acidity using pH papers. Now we need to neutralize the acid by adding sodium carbonate. This balances the pH of the solution and prepares it for the next step. Add 2 milliliters of saturated sodium chloride solution, which is salt. This causes the silver to precipitate out of the solution in the form of silver chloride. Now we need to isolate the silver chloride precipitate, hence we need to filter the mixture. After filtration, place the filter paper containing the precipitate in a non-hazardous solid waste container, and for the filtrate, place it in an aqueous solution container for proper disposal.